So this is our landing light. This is a solar powered landscaping spotlight that Jerry bought, and it just happens to fit in the enclosure that was off the F16. So we take this apart. It's got this plastic lid on it, and here's the light. It's got 10 LEDs in it, and inside of here, well, I've redone this one, but it has a rechargeable battery circuit and an on-off switch, and that used to fit down in here. I pulled all that out, and then I resoldered all this stuff. I took some of the circuitry out to do the battery charging and jumpered a couple of other things, but the way these are wired, like these kind of bulbs over here, these are 12 volt bulbs. Okay, these bulbs, that's a 12 volt bulb. These are just LEDs, and they're not wired for 12 volts because these batteries actually end up being, these are 3.7 volts, 3.2 volts, so they develop only 6.4 volts when they're fully charged. So it turns out this circuit has a little voltage, a current regulator, because all these LEDs are actually wired in parallel. So we need about 3.2 volts over here, and we don't want the current to exceed maybe 15 milliamps per LED. So that's 150 milliamps. So I built this current source out of a voltage regulator, and if you look up, if you do a search for 7805 current regulator, you'll see that this is just a standard off-the-shelf what's that thing, TL93 package, and I stuck a 47, what did I have here? I put these resistors on here. This is all I really had at this wattage. The 56 ohms. So I stuck a 56 ohm resistor in here, and then I wired this up. So what this does is you can put as much voltage on this side as you want, and then this side over here it will end up current limiting across this junction here to about 100 milliamps. So this all fits together, and then I heat shrinked all this together. I did the individual leads, and I also did the whole thing, because the tab on here actually ends up being the hot, and we don't want the hot to come in contact with the ground. So if we put this in, put this back in here, and then I already got the power supply turned on. I mean, I got it connected up. So if I come over here and turn this guy on, you can see that it starts glowing. This is about where it glows, right about there, and that is at about 7 volts. And then if you crank it up, you can see it's a certain brightness at 10 volts. And I'm going to turn it up to 20 here. You see the brightness didn't change at all, and I'm over here at 20 volts. So that means our current regulator is working. That limits the current, and it's independent of the battery voltage. So our battery voltage will run between 12 and 14.5 volts, and this is what our light will end up doing. So I'm going to put this all back together. This all fits into this enclosure, and then we'll go ahead and run this off the LED controller.